Ooh, we might have to change the resolution and everything, though.
Oh boy, resolution's looking great. Oh man, look at that in the render window right there. Look at that.
Oh, that's no good.
That's a solid 480p right there.
That's no good right there. Mike, guess what game we're playing?
Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, how'd you know?
Rolling around at
the speed of sound.
Oh, it's Dead Space.
And then Sonic, like a necromorph, bursts out of the wall and literally rips Sonic into pieces.
Tails gets ripped asunder.
Hey, look, I'm in this game.
Zach, your last name is Hammond, are you?
Yeah, it is. That's why I made my fake name Hazard.
Ah, very
because
similar.
It also starts with an H, so I can still use my initials.
Hey, look, it's your girlfriend. Well, your protagonist's girlfriend.
It's Isaac's girlfriend, whose voice actor definitely did not change between this game and the second one. I absolutely love this game and the sequel. This is like, this part right here is such a good way to introduce a character. Multiple characters.
So that's Ishimura. Impressive.
The USG Ishimura.
It's such a good way to introduce these two characters because you immediately get that this guy's an authoritarian dickhead because he has to correct her on literally everything.
Corporal, take us in closer and hail them, and stay clear of that debris field. We're here to fix their ship, not the other.
He's very by the books, it seems.
Yes.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellion responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura.
You're gonna need to boost the signal if their power's low.
Yes, we know. Boost the signal. More.
They're both kind of snide to each other, though.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Never heard of a total communications blackout on one of these things. You'd think with 1,000 people on board, someone would pick up the phone.
Yeah, the Nostromo's not responding.
Oh, it's not the Nostromo, Mike.
What is that?
It's a busted array like we thought. Sounds like they're having problems with their encoder. You get us down there and Isaac and I can fix it. 48 hours max.
All right, you heard the lady. Take us in. Let's see what needs fixing.
Gravity tethers engaged. Automatic docking procedures a go.
What the hell?
Sir, the auto dock.
What is it?
We're off track. We're gonna hit the hull.
Hit the blast shields. Their guidance tether's damaged. Switch to manual, now.
Inside the magnetic field? Are you insane? Abort!
No! We can make it inside. Corporal, gave you an order.
The field's too strong.
So we're just gonna slam right through the door, huh? Oh no! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It's okay, we're going very slow. It's a very slow, low-speed collision.
Yeah.
Is everyone okay?
Everyone's fine.
Look, you can see Isaac's face now. I didn't know you could do this the first 3 times I played this game.
Just swivel around and look at him.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like a nerd.
He kind of does. They changed his appearance a little bit in between the first and second game.
I'm not getting any readings from the port booster, and we've lost comms and autopilots. It'll take some time to fix.
All right. Let's get some extra hands from flight deck to help out.
Hello.
Hold still, Isaac. I'm syncing up everyone's rig with the ship. Okay, we're done. Clean bill of health for everyone.
All right. We've still got a job to do. We're moving out.
I really do like how the user interface is your spine.
I love how there is no HUD for this game. It's so cool. The first time I played this game, it blew my mind.
I can't think of very many other games that can completely get rid of a HUD. Well, sometimes you get pop-ups like that, though.
You didn't lose power to the port booster. You lost the port booster.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
Yes, it is unbelievable.
Who stole my port booster?
Park the vehicle for 5 seconds and someone rips off the port booster.
Can't have shit in Detroit.
Can't have shit in Detroit!
Guess the power's down everywhere. Isaac, get over here and hack the door pad.
You hack the door pad. I'm going this way.
Just because we're the science engineers.
I'm going to the cafeteria.
Getting some coffee. It's too early for this garbage.
Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee.
The only downside of this game, like, they're trying to remake this game, and yeah, they're gonna update the graphics, but honestly, this game still holds up. The only downside is the melee is a little clunky. That's like the only thing I can think of that they can improve.
I think the silent protagonist isn't necessary.
You think they're gonna change that in the remake?
Oh no, they are. They've actually said that. They hired the same guy that voiced Isaac for 2 and 3.
You're gonna pretend 3 doesn't exist. That's right.
They've hired the same guy that they played Isaac in 2.
They're gonna have him say lines now.
Yeah, he's gonna actually talk
Seems
now.
like everyone was trying to pack in a hurry.
There should be a security detail in here.
Yeah? Well, there's not. There's nobody here. I can't pick up any broadcast.
I'm gonna go this way, past all this definitely not suspicious blood.
We're gonna look around and see if we can find some survivors. You guys keep arguing back there.
Kendra, get that elevator back online.
I like that guy's mustache.
Power's dead. I can't.
Then reroute the damn power.
Still bickering back there.
Look, if we all cooperate, we can figure this out a lot sooner. Let's get that computer display up, Isaac.
It's interesting that a repair team is armed with pulse rifles. Like,
You have to prepare for all sorts of circumstances.
I guess, but it's kind of like, why would they have come? It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna cut the game some slack.
It is a 14-year-old game. I mean, it's so outdated these days.
So, usually when I play this game, like when I play this one or two on stream, I generally play with mouse and keyboard.
Nice map. Yep, that's all good.
The map in this game, I find to be pretty useless, honestly.
Yeah, it's a lot more useful to use the in-game waypoint marker thing.
In fact, is there even a map in 2?
I don't even know, because like you said, you look at it once, you realize it's not going to be useful. So
Yeah.
if you get lost, the best thing you can do is push the control stick in, and it tells you exactly where you go.
Which, oh my god, I love that so much.
Very
that
handy.
when you're like, oh man, I don't know what to do. Beep boop. Oh, there we go.
It's such a handy thing to have. This game made a lot of great design choices back in the day. Wouldn't mind a bigger subtitle size,
That
though.
doesn't look good. She's taken a lot of damage.
The tram system's offline. Getting around is going to be difficult. The air seems to be flowing again. That's a start.
This game did more for third-person gaming than Resident Evil 4 did, in my opinion.
Well, this game came after Resident Evil 4.
Right.
And it built upon what Resident Evil 4 established.
Did you hear that?
Not sure.
The hell? I don't know. Something's in the room with us.
How do you know?
That was part of horrifying. No, the guy with the cool mustache!
No, cool mustache dude! Oh god, and that guy's just shooting at nothing.
Better get down. You know exactly where you need to go. We've both played this game at least twice each. You probably played it like 4 or 5 times. And now you're allowed to sprint? Not yet?
I can't remember what the sprint button
Hold
is.
down the A button? Is it like the
Oh,
class-
it's left bumper.
Oh, okay. Which is probably better than holding down a face button, honestly. Whoa, watch out, here comes the creepy guy. Ow, you got a little scratching on you, but it's okay.
That's fine, we'll just push the button. Beep boop.
Ah, relative safety.
Ah, yes, nothing bad will happen now. Ah! 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 This, you know, I don't, I'm starting to think that maybe this elevator company didn't have my best interests in heart if the door would slam closed that quickly.
Yes. So, if you're looking for somebody to play this game for the first time, because, I mean, honestly, this game is pretty horrific the first time you go through it. But we've already been through this game.
We've played this game many times.
And we'll always keep on coming back to it, because even though it's no longer super scary for us, because we know all the kind of twists and stuff, it's still a really well-made game.
It's such a good game. AIM.
Even though I don't think this game needs a remake, I am still kind of looking forward to see what kind of changes they make. And here comes the clunky melee you have to use.
Yeah, it's not great.
Whoa, slow and clunky melee.
But honestly, you really don't have to use the melee. When did you play this game for the first time?
I almost am certainly I played it when it came out back in 2008. Yes, probably not too far after 2008, 2009, something like that. Stop screaming, we're getting there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Neat.
We're 3 seconds too late to save that guy. Oh well. Oh, I think you just picked up the plasma. We're just kind of running through this, but you picked up a plasma cutter, which is normally not supposed to be used as a weapon. And there was a note on the wall that said, "Cut off their limbs."
Yeah.
You were just kind of like sprinting through everything, not even talking about the awesome choices they made in terms of. I mean, this game didn't even really have a tutorial. It just
it gives you the information as you're going along, so you're not just bombarded with information right at the beginning of the game. It's not like you're trying to play, I don't know, any JRPG where there's 35 hours of tutorial before you actually. What is it? What's the one that came out for the Nintendo Switch? Is it Xeno Saga? Xeno whatever?
I can't really say because I don't know.
This is Benson. Everybody listen up. They're using the vents. That's how they're getting around the ship. Stay away from down. Get back.
Using the vents, way to rip off Alien.
That was Benson. What he was about to say right before he got dismembered was, "Get back to work!"
Oh, jeez.
And then I'll be all like, "Get back to work!"
Mm-hmm. We're talking about games that have like a long tutorial. I tried to play a game called Stellaris, and 3 hours in, I was still using the tutorial. I have no idea what's going on.
God, I can't believe you made it.
Isaac, we ran into more of them on the way over here. Are you okay?
More what? What the hell are those things? Is that the crew?
They're
Put your
xenomorphs.
voice down.
No, they're
Whatever they are, they're not
necromorphs.
friendly.
Oh, yeah,
The
'cause they're
doors on
dead.
the ship are locked because of the quarantine. Now we have to get to the bridge, but first we gotta.
The name
replenish.
Xenomorph, while I will always associate it with the alien from the movie Alien, is kind of a dumb name because it literally means alien form.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Do you know what the first time I played this game was?
Was it not immediately after it was released?
It came, well, it was when it was released, but I was in Iraq when it was released. So I beat this entire game sitting on the floor of my friend's room in Iraq. Sitting on the floor playing this on a CRT monitor.
Oh wow, that probably adds a little extra layer of creepiness. It also makes the subtitles even less legible, I'm sure.
That was the first time I played this. Hey Mike, there's always Peng.
Ah yes, that little Easter egg over there in the background. More tutorial pop-ups.
Map.
I mean, those small little tutorial pop-ups that are in your face don't really last that long. Like after 20 minutes, are entirely gone.
I like that there's really not a HUD to speak of.
Oh yeah, very nice.
The ammo counter is listed on the back of the gun. It shows you how much ammo you have left.
Your health is on your spine.
Your health is on your spine. The little thing next to your health that hasn't been filled in yet is your stasis.
Your stasis meter, yes. Once we figure out what that is and we get our first dose of stasis. It's all built in. There's no pop-up HUD. It's great.
I personally am very excited to... Okay, I'm supposed to go that way, which means we're going this way. I personally am very excited to play the remake of this game.
Yeah?
Hopefully it's good. Oh boy!
Yeah, I definitely remember this guy. He made me jump out of my skin first time I saw him. This game has some legitimate horror. I mean, this game came out in 2008 after I'd already played so many survival games. I didn't think very much could startle me anymore.
This is Benson, Tram Engineering. We think we figured it out. Smith killed one. Listen, forget about shooting him in the body. You gotta cut off the limbs. Grab a cutter, anything like that.
Just in case you overlooked that note on the whiteboard that says cut off their limbs.
They tell you... They do the same thing in 2. They tell you multiple times, hey, here's how you defeat the enemies.
Whoa! Alright, that's the kind of campy trope there, but moving on.
Isaac, be careful. Shooting them in the body didn't seem to work. Go for the limbs. Dismember them.
No, it's
That should
starting to
do
get a
the
little
job.
silly.
Yeah,
Did you get it yet?
I mean, you may have missed it.
Did you get it yet? Cut off their lips, and now it's like pop
And
up
now they
here.
straight up tell you, if you haven't figured it out yet.
I don't remember it being that kind of.
Well, because up until that point, basically every third person, or every, like, shooter horror game that you played, you always want to shoot him in the head.
Shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head. They have to re-emphasize. Don't do that in this game.
I mean, you can do that. It kind of just pisses him off, though.
Hey, our first stasis module, which we can
Yay!
see on our back. Yeah. And you can use stasis to stop that door from smashing you to bits, or you could just run right in and watch it, because this game has some pretty hilarious.
This game has
death
some
scenes.
very gruesome death
Looks like that door is
scenes.
malfunctioning, Isaac. Try using the stasis module you just picked up.
Try to run through it right now, even though you don't have the. Oh, okay, it's not gonna kill you.
Oh, it doesn't kill you. It just hurts you.
it
Oh,
will-
well, I mean, it is still...
It will, if you get down to no health, it will kill you.
It
in a
will
brutal
kill
way.
you, yeah, but...
Oh, walking towards a vent. What could this be?
What could be up here? Oh, look, a thing. I think I'll just pick it up. Alright, fine, fuck you, game. Not gonna jump scare me, I see how it is.
Fine.
Report all injuries at once. Mike, did you report your finger that you shoved into an emulsifier?
I reported it.
Emulsifier?
Not really emulsifier, yeah. Into like a sanding machine. Yes, they ripped off part of my finger. I reported it, then I got fired because everything is awful.
One of the things that I liked that they did in 2 is They made it so that your stasis will recharge on its own.
Oh, very useful. So you don't have to keep on going to the recharge station.
You don't have to keep recharging it, yeah.
No God, no fear. Now God, now no fear. No. Okay, yes, God and fear. Got it. Free items. No one's in the toilet.
Yep, nobody's on the toilet, on these space toilets.
This game isn't, I would say, difficult. It does give you plenty of health items.
Dear God, keep us safe from the monsters.
Alright. A little bit of graffiti on the toilet's pretty fun.
And you can actually translate this. Oh, yeah, I forgot. This part shows you some of it. So you can figure out some of the letters.
So there's like an alien language, a cipher here.
Yeah, this is the language that the unitologists use.
So there's probably unitologist messages all over. And you can probably translate some of that.
And you can actually translate most of them. They just say kind of normal.
Yeah. Things. Praise be to the unitologists, stuff like that.
Praise be to the marker. The marker will show us the way. It's all stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Listen up, car 8 is trashed. We managed to get it back to the repair depot, but now the autoloader is fried. I need a stasis module brought down here now. If we don't get this piece of shit off the track, it's gonna jam up the whole system.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, here he comes. Came right out of that vent. Oh yeah.
Oops.
Kind of a waste, but whatever.
Yeah. Pressing the wrong buttons again.
Anyway. There you go. Freeze that
there,
one.
Frozen. Quickly run up here.
Push the buttons.
Beep boop.
Initiate tram repairs. Now we can use the tram.
Isaac, you did it. The tram is blocking the whole system. When you get the computer online, you'll be able to call the tram from the control room. Faster the better. I can hear something crawling around out there.
Nuh-uh. No, you can't.
That could have been anything. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Whoa!
It's probably space mice. You know what space mice's favorite food is?
Space cheese?
Yeah.
Okay. You probably could have ignored that guy and not killed him.
No, I had to wait for the door to unlock.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you used 2 bullets and you got 6 back anyway, so it was probably a good
Yeah,
investment.
exactly. See, it was a net gain.
Honestly, you probably should be playing on hard considering how good you are at this game.
I don't know if I'm that good.
Well,
Ooh. Gross.
crawling around up there.
Can you not?
He's looking at you with those
Can you not?
I'm gonna rip you in half eyes.
Go away. Beat it.
And then he goes away.
This way.
That's the way we gotta go. Excellent. So speaking of horror, I watched Predator the other day.
Oh, for the first time?
For the first time!
Now, what'd you think?
It was pretty good. I know where that Dylan, you son of a bitch meme comes from now.
Yes, you do. I can't believe you had... Well, actually, yeah, I can believe you've never seen it.
I've never seen any movies.
Yeah, you don't watch movies.
Now here comes the... There he is. So that's the guy that runs around on all 4s, and there's the guy that scurries around on all 3s. Whoa! He jumped over you. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
And then I freeze him.
Yeah, rotating that thing around for a vertical cut, easy on those guys.
So look at that, I cut through his arm and his head.
Yeah, you totally tore him apart. I thought Predator was pretty good for
Yeah,
a movie.
it's an amazing movie.
For a movie that's 40 years old. It's still pretty good.
Is it 40?
It's like 40 years old. It came out in the 80s.
Well, I also am from the 80s, so I'm not well, I'm like 36. I forget exactly when that movie came out.
74, I believe.
It did not come out in 74.
I don't know.
I'm willing to bet that movie came out in like 88.
Possibly, yeah. But I watched it and I enjoyed
Isaac, I've patched into the deck security system. It took some work, but I've got the door to the maintenance bay unlocked. The data board should be somewhere inside.
Why did you decide to watch Predator?
it. Well, it was movie night with my girlfriend.
Oh. Are you just watching movies that you've never seen before?
I'm watching movies that she's a big Predator and Aliens fan.
Oh. I did not know.
Oh yeah.
Alien and Aliens is one of the best movies ever, or are 2 of the best movies ever made.
She says the same thing, and then I asked her about Aliens 3, and she was not as keen to praise that one.
She was silent and said nothing. And the silence spoke volumes.
Yes.
Yeah, I love Alien and Aliens. What about Alien 3? They never made a 3rd one. Honestly, I'm amazed that they let David Fincher have a career after the 3rd movie. It's that bad. It's so bad that I'm amazed they were like, oh yeah, David Fincher, you can keep making movies.
Yeah, anyway. I watched Predator, I thought it was good. A bit slow, but for a movie from that era, it's not terribly surprising.
What do you mean it's a bit slow?
It just wasn't.
What about the part from the beginning where he like he throws a knife and it sticks a dude to the wall and he says stick around?
Yeah, that was campy and I loved it. It was so cheesy and hacky. Yeah, just hacking these guys apart. Pardon us, excuse us, coming through. Oh, can you pick things up yet with your kinetic grasp yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
At least I don't think so.
Well, you do have those exploding fire extinguishers you can shoot.
Yes. I don't think that's a fire extinguisher. I think that's just straight up a flammable canister. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah, save ammo by waiting for him to get right there, and I think he got a little too far away.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Aiming is a little difficult for me with a controller.
Yep, understandable. Woo! This game reminds me a lot of Alien, which is another movie that I watched. I watched that the other day.
There's a lot in this game takes a lot from Alien.
I would say overall, I think I liked Predator more than Alien. I don't know if that's
really.
Yeah.
Well, Alien is more of a horror movie, and Predators is definitely an action movie with like horror elements.
I would say I could pick out more things with Alien as things to criticize than with Predator. Because
what would you criticize about Alien?
I would say the first 20 minutes of the Alien movie were. I was almost passed out the entire.
Goodness!
The first 20 minutes were building up very slowly.
It's building tension. God forbid you ever. God forbid you ever watch No Country for Old Men.
Wasn't even just building tension. It was just very quietly watching mechanisms work for 20 minutes. Like they weren't even
building. You have to understand the characters and why they do what they do.
They weren't establishing character development.
Yes, they were. You're learning about the characters.
I wasn't until like after 20 minutes. I could honestly have skipped the first 20 minutes, and I've probably gotten the exact same out of that movie.
You're learning about why. You're learning. Like, why Ash will betray... Spoiler, why Ash will betray them later. And why the subtle hidden sexual tension between Ripley and Dallas. You're learning about, like, what... Ooh! You make me so mad!
Well, maybe if I watched it a second time, maybe if I gave it a second, like the beginning of the movie, a second chance, I'd catch more things I missed the first time, but it did not initially grab me, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh goodness.
The other big criticism I would have about it is that the last 30 minutes are like an epileptic's worst nightmare.
Oh, okay. I will give that one to you. There's too many flashing lights at the end of the movie.
I actually had to stop looking at the screen because the strobe effect is too heavy.
No, there's too many flashing lights at the end of the movie. I will give you that one.
I wasn't light sensitive before the movie, and afterwards I absolutely was.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, I agree with you. Once she activates the self-destruct sequence, there's too many flashing lights.
But overall, I would still say, aside from those two criticisms, I really didn't have anything negative to say. It was an enjoyable movie.
I will admit that the beginning of the movie is definitely slow, but I feel that it is very important to the rest of the movie.
Well, the way he lurched forward and launched body parts out of the other side. That's good.
He's like, bah!
I mean, you compare that to this. You talked about how this game started off great, and it had great character development, and it built up the characters immediately, and it took 5 minutes.
It's a different medium, though!
I still think this is a better job.
I think it's because it's a different medium. If this game was like the beginning of the movie Alien, where you played this, and you went a good 30 minutes without encountering a single enemy in the game, without getting a weapon, then yeah, I would not enjoy it. But it's because it's a different medium. If I'm reading a book, and the book doesn't spend the whole like first and second chapter describing to me the character, well, no, that's not entirely true, because sometimes you want to flesh out stuff throughout. Whatever.
I don't even think it's a different medium even can be used here, because I'm talking about the first 5 minutes of this game in which you don't even have any input. You're just kind of watching things unfold. So it's kind of like watching a small movie. And this game establishes its characters immediately. And granted, it's only got 2 characters. And the Aliens movie is trying to establish 7. But, I feel like it could have done a better job. Yeah, that's like the only criticism I would have, and you don't have to agree with it. I just feel like the opening to the Alien movie was not as catchy as it could have been. And I think if it were being remade today, for whatever reason, it would they could come up with a better opening.
God, if they tried to remake Alien today, I would throw such a fucking fit.
I know you would.
One of the things that I really like about the movie Alien, that is, well, obviously the fact that Ripley is a very strong female character, which is great.
It was probably pretty unique for the time.
It was unique for the time because most horror movies were like generic. Oh God. Anyway, one of the things. Oh boy, you're fast.
Yeah. Reminded me of the fast enemies that would come much later in this game, but maybe not quite that fast. Maybe you gotta train a little more.
One of the things that's really interesting to me about the movie Alien is in the original script for the movie Alien, which is called Star Beast.
All right.
It's such a dumb name. Anyway, in the original script for the movie Alien, where it lists the cast of characters, and it says, here's Ripley, Dallas, blah 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 blah. It lists off all the characters. It says in there, Ripley can be male or female. Dallas can be male or female. Every character is listed as can be male or female.
Oh, it's always so good when you actually have, like, a character that can be either male or female, and they don't write it as a character that has to be a certain way.
Ripley did not have to be a male character, and the reason she's such a good, strong female character is because they didn't go out of their way to make her a strong female character. They just wrote Ripley as a strong character, and then went, oh, well then, let's make her a woman for this.
Sure. I think that's why a lot of people find the female Commander Shepard from Mass Effect to be one of the strongest female protagonists of any video game, is because it is interchangeable with the male Shepard, and there's almost no differences in dialogue. Maybe a little bit of a difference in delivery, and every once in a while there's a bit of a different bit of dialogue depending on which character's gender you've chosen, but they are almost the exact same character.
Here's another thing I really like about this game. I think the weapon upgrade and the suit upgrade stuff is so good. Like, when you upgrade weapons in Resident Evil, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, oh yeah, you changed the barrel and that made it more powerful. What? This one, I kind of like how the weapon upgrade is this, or it works in this, because it's like you're adding capacitors to things.
Yeah.
Or you're adding, for the plasma cutter, I can see it as you're adding a power node to it, which is giving the weapon more.
You could try and explain it with a more sciencey way, and it's a bit more believable. You could say, oh, I'm supercharging my ammo.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make more sense in a game. Oh yeah, my ballistic gun does more damage now because I upgraded it. How? What? Why? Nah.
How, what, when, where, why, what?
Yeah, it makes a bit more sense with the sciencey elements of the game. Oh, you're upgrading the capacity?
Yeah. On the plasma cutter? Yeah, why not?
I always sprint towards all the damage nodes.
Oh, I kind of like to try and upgrade it as I get stuff.
I feel like I need to get the most bang for my buck.
Take the board back to tram control and plot it into the computer array. Then trigger the tram system back online.
Oh, I like how the screen goes away when you're aiming, so she's not in your way. Oh my god!
Oh boy! Is there? Oh yeah, there's not a quick turn, is there?
Not like Resident Evil, no. Whoa! Gotcha.
I like how you can see just this little arm bone, like, wee, poking around the corner of the screen.
Wiggle.
Gonna get ya.
Doing what? A plasma
I'll probably do plasma cutter only on this run. We'll see.
Plasma cutter is a good challenge run, but I'm sure there are some people out there who would be interested in seeing the weapons.
Honestly, the plasma cutter's really good. It's really one of the things. Oh boy!
Just right up in your face. I gotcha. He gotcha.
Excuse me. There you go.
I mean, you say you can't really. You don't think you'd be good enough for hard mode, but you've almost taken no damage during this run so far. You've just been kind of breezing through it. That's like the first 2 hours of the game. You just got it knocked out immediately.
That's not the first 2 hours. It's like the first 30 minutes.
Well, it could be the first 2 hours if people were taking their time, which I'm sure you and I both did when we first played this game. We weren't running everywhere. We were being very cautious, watching our own
Shadow?
back.
I don't like that. I don't like that Shadow.
Jumping at shadows, yes.
Yeah. One of the things is at least in 2 anyway, is the pulse rifle is actually really solid in 2.
It's just not very good.
Everybody, I'm talking specifically about 2. Everyone plays through 2 using their big challenge run is using only the plasma cutter, and I would honestly argue that using the pulse rifle only in 2 is also a pretty solid challenge.
Honestly, I would say using the pulse cutter as your only weapon isn't even that much of a challenge, specifically because it cuts off enemy body parts, which is the point of That's the goal on how to beat an enemy. Oh, hello.
Interstellar sports.
You found space porn. Got it.
Not porn.
All right, we're on board and heading to the bridge. Good work.
Strange. The quarantine just lifted.
Whatever was in the flight lounge must have left. That's lucky for us. Isaac, get back to the Kellion and prep it for launch. We'll find out what we can from the bridge and meet you there.
If we live that long, you're out of your league, Hammond. This is suicide. We're going to
Your
die
lack
up
of
here.
confidence in me is duly noted, Miss Daniels. But I have a mission to complete, and that's exactly what I am going to do, with or without you. Do we understand each other?
Just get us out of here alive.
I mean, I don't think either of you are gonna get out of there alive, but foreshadowing.
Look, bloody footprints. Those weren't here the first time I came through. Actually, I don't know, because I think I was just sprinting through here as fast as possible.
Cyborg ninja must have been in this hallway.
Definitely was a cyborg ninja.
Ooh, watch out, there's a saliva dripping from the ceiling. The alien might be watching you.
Yes, indeed.
So if you had to compare this to your other favorite game, Alien Isolation, I think you'd prefer the other one, but how close would this one come?
They're different games. This is more action-adventure oriented than Alien Isolation. I play them for different reasons. I play Alien Isolation if I want a super spooky game where I have very little control over what's going on. I play this game if I want a spooky game that is also a little action or adventure oriented.
Yeah. Ah, man, I think I would say this game is more accessible than Alien Isolation.
I would agree with you.
Is there a way we could have made Alien Isolation more accessible to begin with to the common man by taking elements from Dead Space? Because Alien Isolation came after Dead Space. This game came out before it.
Isaac, we made it to the bridge. It's a nightmare up here. No survivors. We're going to try to get to the command computer.
This game is always going to be more accessible than Alien Isolation is, specifically because this game took a lot of cues from Resident Evil 4. Alien Isolation is strictly a survival horror game. It has no action-adventure elements.
Yeah, you can fight back pretty easily in this game. You can't really find yourself overwhelmed by an enemy. If you got some ammo in your guns, you can fight back. But I mean, if you've got like 5 bullets in your pistol as Ripley, you're probably still gonna get ripped apart by the alien if it sees you.
Hey, look, it's Peng. See, it's down there.
The little Easter egg, yes.
Yep, you can pick up Peng later.
There's a few Easter eggs around here you can collect, yes. Oh, so we're back here on the ship where we first encountered this area.
Yes, we have to get the ship ready for launch.
Load.
Oh no! It's covered in aliens! Ah! Quick, we gotta escape! I'm on fire!
Two of you died on your ship trying to I might be able to find an interesting new way to die that I hadn't seen before. Well, guess we're not leaving that way.
Nope. One of the other things I really like about this game is there's no cutscenes. Everything that happens in the game is from Isaac's point of view, or well, your point of view.
Yeah, it's very similar to Halo, or not Halo, Half-Life in that regard.
Yeah.
The cutscenes play out, and you can still walk around, pick up stuff, look at things while they're talking. The game can have its story, but it doesn't bog you down with it. It's a great way to do things.
What the hell is happening down there? What happened to the shuttle?
That was our ride home. It's the only way off the ship.
What's inside your ribcage?
No, Hammond! This changes everything!
Just let me think.
What about you?
Can you access the command computer?
Ooh, 6 bullets.
It's no good. There's an executive lockdown of all primary systems. Without the captain's authorization, I can't access them.
Well, where's the captain?
Here he is. Captain Benjamin Mathias.
Location? Medlab.
Medlab. Status?
Status? Deceased!
Deceased.
What?
I can't access that information. Find the captain and you'll find his rig. With his authorization codes, I can crack this computer wide open.
Damn it. Isaac, I'm sending the tram back to your location. Get to the medical deck and find that rig as fast as you can.
What was that?
So they get to fight those things off now. Hooray!
Yay! I'm glad I'm not dealing with those things.
Yeah.
Oh no, the power's out. Oh no, the power's back on. I really do love this game. I think I like 2 a little bit better.
Oh yeah? What draws you to 2?
I like that Isaac is actually voiced in 2.
Is that really the big thing that...
That's one of the things I like is that Isaac is voiced. I feel like 2 is a little bit better streamlined.
Okay, I can understand that opinion, but I don't think having a character, like even in a silent game like this, like a horror game, survival game, you don't really need a voice protagonist.
Well, I think it helps. I like it because like you're playing the entire game. If you're gonna be doing a thing where it's, oh, in this game, you're playing as Isaac and you're on this ship specifically to try to find your girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Because there's that connection between the player character and this other person who is Isaac's girlfriend, I think it's nicer to have them voiced because then you're playing as this person that has this connection to this other person.
Right, but because your character isn't voiced in this game, it might allow you to more easily slip into his, like, more of a role-playing kind of thing.
See, the thing is though, he has a girlfriend, and it's like, I don't have that, I don't have his girlfriend. Nicole is not my girlfriend, so why do I care? It's the same thing as in 4, where they're like, you have to find your son! It's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care about my son in this game.
Okay.
That's my main argument for why I like that he's voiced.
I suppose if they do voice Isaac Clarke, this protagonist here, in the remake, instead of just having orders being barked at you when you just don't respond, he'll actually say confirmed or,
yeah,
you know.
He'll actually, like, respond to stuff. One of the other reasons I think it's good that he's voiced in 2 is because the entirety of 2, you are suffering a massive mental breakdown.
Yes.
And it's really hard to get that across without having your character talk about it.
Right, but in this game, you're not doing that, so you don't really need it.
Well, you are, though. You just don't know it until the end of the game. Spoilers.
Ah, yes. You're not gonna upgrade anything?
No, I don't have anything to upgrade anything.
No
so
nodes?
No
Sad.
nodes.
Alright, can you go to the store and upgrade anything at the store?
Well, I may be able to buy some stuff. Let's see.
You can buy a suit upgrade yet? There are suit upgrades in this game.
Yeah, let's see if I can buy a suit upgrade.
Also,
the level 2 suit!
You can afford the level 2 suit. Also,
or the pulse rifle.
Isn't there, like, free DLC stuff for pre-order bonuses and garbage like that?
That's in the second one.
Oh, okay.
That's in the second one, and one of the things that I do in the second game is I just give myself all that stuff for free.
Okay.
Okay, hear me out on this. I said this the last time I streamed it, because I just gave myself the hand cannon.
When you say you give yourself, it's like the stuff that it's DLC that you can unlock through normal gameplay.
Yes.
But you can also pay $5 to unlock it all immediately.
No, it's like some of it is outfits that you had to like pre-order the game for these outfits.
Okay.
Or like it's weapons that you might not get until later in the game, but because you pre-ordered the game or you paid for this DLC, you got the pulse rifle with a different weapon skin. So I just give myself the suits that I prefer wearing into, and then I've also...
I'm sorry, are those mostly aesthetic? They don't actually...
They're mostly aesthetic, yeah. Okay. Some of them do different things, like one of the suits makes the pulse rifle do more damage. One of the other suits increases the range on the contact beam.
Okay, so there's
it's stuff like that.
Slight upgrades.
Yeah, it's slight upgrades, but it's nothing like game-breaking.
It's mostly cosmetic.
Except for the hand cannon.
Oh, the foam finger,
the foam finger, I just give myself that weapon.
Yeah.
Hear me out for this. Yes, it is cheating.
Give yourself the golden gun.
I fully acknowledge that it is cheating. I also just give myself a bunch of nodes so that I can fully upgrade whatever weapon I want. I fully acknowledge that this is cheating. However, I have beaten this game on the hardest difficulty and actually unlocked the foam finger gun on my Xbox 360.
You're allowed to play an easier version of this game because you've done your time.
I've already beaten the game more times than I can count. So yes, I'm allowed to just give myself things.
But would you want to though? If you're so good at the game that you can beat the hardest difficulty, would you want to go back and play an easier difficulty?
Just because I got the achievement for Launch the Lawn Gnome into Space in Half-Life 2 does not mean that I'm going to do it every single time I play the game.
Fair enough.
We're gonna buy the level 2 suit.
Sounds good. You know, I like to see the upgraded suit, so this is the default suit for Isaac, but I think maybe his level 2 suit maybe the most iconic?
The default suit is the most iconic one. It just kind of adds more armor to it as you keep upgrading it.
I think the default suit has too many slits, and like you upgrade it and he's got only 3 slits now.
This is pretty much like the most iconic armor. The more you upgrade the suit, the more armor gets added to the suit.
Right, but I think this suit only has 2 slits on his face, and maybe the third one might have 3 slits.
Yeah, I think that might be it. All right.
I feel like almost everybody gets the level 2 suit upgrade in the first hour or 2 of the game, and they play the majority of the game in the level 2 suit.
Yeah.
And then they get the level 3 suit near the end.
I can't remember, honestly. I know it takes a little bit.
I think it becomes available, but you just don't have the credits for it. It's been a while. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Anyway, congratulations, Zach. You just kind of sprinted to the first part of that game. It was easy.
Sprinted. It took us an hour.
Chapter 1 complete. How many chapters are there? 8? I think 8 chapters.
12. There's 12 chapters.
Really? I don't remember there being that many chapters.
Yeah, there's 12 chapters.
Huh.